If you guys have not been with us before, then welcome. If you have, then welcome back. Just so you know, some starting announcements. Olivia is our room manager, so she's going to mute everybody's mics that isn't one of us for the time being unless we have something that we want you guys to respond to. So we'll let you know when that happens. Make sure that you guys use the chat if there's something you want to tell us between those times. And then also, so if you would like to know our names, I'm Miss Toby.
I'm Miss Annette.
I'm Miss Leslie.
And I'm Miss Olivia. And Miss
And we have another person on screen that's visiting with Miss Leslie.
Meow meow with us.
Yes.
I'll say it's meow. Okay. And we do always record our programs and post them on our library social media. If you don't want your voice or video recorded, then again, feel free to participate via chat and just leave your camera off. And that would be fine. So your name's across the screen now for us, but it does not show up in the video. Some people worry about that. So I just wanted to let you know. But please participate where you can, but it's not required. So Olivia's gonna get us started with our welcome song.
All righty. If you're ready for a story, come sit down. If you're ready for a story, come sit down. Let's all gather near so everyone can hear. If you're ready for a story, come sit down.
Yay! Good job, Olivia. So Miss Denise is going to be reading our first book to us today. So give us just a second and we will share that with you. Sure sound. Okay. And present.
Okay, we're going to read Squirrels Leap, Squirrels Sleep by April Poet Fire, and it's illustrated by Steve Jenkins. So let's take a look here. Look at that, Squirrels Leap, Squirrels Sleep, and by Henry Holt and Company of New York is the publisher. Here we go. Squirrels wrestle, squirrels leap, squirrels climb, squirrels sleep. Look at him up here asleep. That looks comfy, doesn't it? Oh, meet the squirrels. Gray, fox, red. Flying squirrel overhead. Which one's flying? You see him flying up here? Oh, my goodness. Tail umbrella, tail is a flag. Tail for balance, zig and zag. Look at how crazy they're running and playing. Nose for sniffing, jaws to chew. Eyes for looking back at you. Look at him. He's got a big smile on, doesn't he? Paws for climbing, paws to pick. Paws for cleaning, paws run quick. Oh my goodness, somebody's chasing him. He better be fast. Squirrels chirp, squirrels drink. Can you guess what squirrels think? Be kind of interesting to have a conversation, huh? Squirrels reach, squirrels rest in a tree hole or a nest. Look at him in his little nest. Doesn't he look cozy in there? Squirrels gather, squirrels store. How many seeds? More, more, more. Oh my goodness, he wants a lot. Squirrels stretch, squirrels yawn. Munch the acorns, are they gone? 5 are hidden, will they sprout? You want to count them with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you think they'll sprout into? Seedling push, up and out. Look what's coming up out of the ground. Wonder what it's going to be. Trunks grow upward, trunks grow wide. Squirrels circle, squirrels hide. What do you think grew here? Was it a tree? Look at that. Made a new house for them. Squirrels wrestle, squirrels leap, squirrels climb, and I wonder what they're going to do. Squirrels sleep. He looks nice and cozy. In the back of this book, it talks about squirrels and their trees. So you can find out more about the species in the book, how they use their tail as tools, and how they make their homes in a tree. So if you want to borrow this book, we have it here at the library. Squirrels Leap, Squirrels Sleep.
All right.
All right. So that was a book about squirrels and how they live in the forest, where they mostly are. But we all know that squirrels can live in the city, and you'd probably see a lot of them in your own backyard. So before we show a picture, we're going to do a thumbs up and thumbs down. So do you think squirrels have tails? Thumbs up if you think they do. Thumbs down if you think they don't. So is it thumbs up or thumbs down? Squirrels have tails. What do you think?
Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's find out.
Yes, they do. Squirrels have tails, and it helps them balance when they jump from tree to tree. It helps them make quick turns while they're running. You can see them change direction really fast in the grass, and they help when they're sitting on branches. So, what do you think these squirrels might eat? You may not know what they eat out in the forest and the woodlands, but maybe you have seen them eat something in your yard. So what do you think that there might be? Miss Olivia, do you have a guess?
Do they eat nuts?
That's a good guess. How about Miss Leslie?
You have a guess?
Some bugs.
Bugs. I wonder if Meow Meow will whisper something in your ear, and what's her guess?
Veggies, like salad, she said.
All right. Miss Toby, how about you?
Oh, let's see. I think they might eat eggs.
Those were all good guesses. So they eat vegetables, they eat fruits, they eat nuts, they eat like plants, they like birds' eggs, and they like insects. But the ones that live around humans usually in cities where humans live, it's called their habitat. They adapt to eating things that they see out that humans have put out. So they like to eat bird seed when they're in the city. They like cereals that are non-sugar. They like pet food. They really like pet food. And they like cheese, which I think is very unusual.
All right. Miss Leslie's going to give us our letter and number of the day.
So the letter of the day is S for squirrel. And the number of the day is 7. See, there's 7 squirrels right there. So count with me, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right. Good job. Miss Olivia is going to sing our silly song today. If you've been with us before, you'll recognize the tune, but not the words. So listen close, and maybe you'll know the tune next week also.
All righty. Jump, jump went the little gray squirrel one day. Jump, jump went the little gray squirrel. Jump, jump went the little gray squirrel one day. And they all went jump, jump, jump. But we know squirrels go rub-a-dub-a-dub, rub-a-dub-a-dub, rub-a-dub-a-dub. We know squirrels go rub-a-dub-a-dub. They don't go jump, jump, jump.
Woo, good job, Miss Olivia. What's our secret code, Miss Olivia?
Oh, today's secret code is squirrel. That's a capital S and no S at the very end. So it's a singular squirrel. We'll type that in the chat for you guys, as well as you'll be able to find it in the video later.
Oh. And Miss Leslie is now going to be reading a book for us.
Yeah, our second book.
This book is called The Tale of Little Skunk, written by Marcia Diane Arnold and illustrated by Michael Terry. And it's a golden book. Little Skunk lived in a forest at the bottom of a mountain. On top of the mountain lived Big Bear. You see him up there? Way up there on the mountain. Little Skunk had never seen Big Bear, but every morning he heard his roar. Big Bear's roar made Little Skunk shiver all over. What will you do if Big Bear comes? Little Skunk asked Deer. I will run faster than the wind, said Deer. Big Bear will not catch me. Little Skunk felt the wind rush past. I cannot run faster than the wind, he said. What will you do if Big Bear comes? Little Skunk asked Blue Jay. I will fly into the sky, said Blue Jay. Big Bear will not follow me. Little Skunk looked up at the wide blue sky. I cannot fly into the sky, he said. What will you do if Big Bear comes? Little Skunk asked Fish. I will swim to the middle of the lake, said Fish. Big Bear will not swim that far. Little Skunk listened to the sound of the deep blue water. I cannot swim to the middle of the lake, he said. Oh, the fish is splashing him. Little Skunk sat by the edge of the lake. He shivered for a long time. I cannot run fast, fly high, or swim far, Little Skunk told his mother. What will I do if Big Bear comes? Asked Little Skunk. You are a skunk, said his mother. Skunks don't run fast. Skunks don't fly high. Skunks don't swim far. But you will know what to do if Big Bear comes. I promise. One morning, Little Skunk heard Big Bear's roar. The roar sounded very loud. Big Bear is right behind him. Look at his scary-looking eyes. What will I do? What will I do? Big Bear has come, Little Skunk cried. Big Bear raised his paws high. Little Skunk raised his tail high. What do you think he did? Big Bear roared and ran all the way back to the top of the mountain. It must have stunk really bad. I am a skunk, Little Skunk said proudly, and I knew just what to do when Big Bear came. The end.
Okie dokie.
That is a book of fiction, but it had some true things that are nonfiction in there about how skunks act when they're afraid. So before we show you a picture, we always talk about the tails. So do skunks have tails? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Do you think they have tails? I think we all said yes on this one. All right.
Let's see.
Yes, they do. So we have two pictures of skunks here, and the one on the...
Oh, hold on 1 second. I'm sharing with them. Give me a second. All right, present. There you go.
Okay, so the one on the right side over on this side has one stripe, and that was like Little Skunk in the book, but some of them have two stripes, and I couldn't find out why that was. It was where they lived or what section of the United States or anything, but they are nocturnal animals, and so they're mostly out at night, and people most of the time don't see them, but they smell them because they've let off the odor when they've been afraid. So if you can find out what's the difference between a one-striped skunk and a two-striped skunk, you can just let us know, and that way we'll learn something new from you. Okay, so what do you think skunks eat? They kind of look like squirrels, and they're out in the forest. I think a main difference of them, of course, is their stripes, but squirrels are active during the day and skunks are active at night. So what do you think they might be eating? Miss Toby, you got a guess?
I might have a guess. Maybe they eat other little night animals like rodents.
Yep.
That's like mice and rats like to be out at night too.
Yes, I think that is too. And also they like to eat insects, and they really like worms and birds' eggs, and they like fruits and berries, anything that they can get at ground level and everything. So we always talk about nonfiction books, and this one, if you would like to learn more, you can go and look this book up at our library. It's Life in a Forest. It's written by Laura Hamilton Waxman, and it's published by Bellwether Media. So in the past, we've talked about Melville Dewey, and he was the one that organized all of the nonfiction facts that we find in our libraries so that we know where to get the information that we need. So if you want to learn more about squirrels, Dewey says to go to 591. And if you want to learn more about skunks, go to 599.76.
All right. Miss Leslie's going to remind us about our letter and number of the day.
So the letter of the day, remember, is S for squirrel.
Yeah.
And the number is 7. So let's count one more time, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yay! Good job. All right, you guys. Well, hopefully you got to come in and pick up our craft for this week, but for last week, the one for this week, last week. But if you have not, we still have a few extras, and this is our craft of the week, and it is a handprint squirrel. So what you do is you cut out the squirrel and then cut out your handprints on paper, and use your hands to make the squirrel's big fluffy tail. And on the sheet as well, you can see some little coloring images of things that squirrels maybe like to eat. I didn't know that squirrels actually like broccoli. I learned that this year while we were getting ready. All right.
I learned that too. Okay, so that is basically it for us today. We are glad you have joined us, but we have a lot of announcements that are coming up. So next week, there will be no screen programs because we are taking off the week of July the 4th. We do this every year, but we do have craft kits for you all to pick up, and we have a lot of coloring sheets and other things for you in there so that you can explore West Virginia animals, which we really like. So we will see you on camera on Thursday, July the 15th for Farm Tales is what we'll be talking about, all the different animals that are on farms. So keep reading. Join us for Mystery Mondays and for Field Trip Fridays. So thank you for joining us today. And before we go, Miss Olivia is going to lead us in our closing song.
All righty. The more we read together, the more we read together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we read together, the happier we'll be.
Hey, Miss Toby, you want to lead us?
Sure. Are you guys ready for our library cheer? If you've never done this before, we're glad you guys have joined us. If everyone, if you want to, you can unmute your mics. We'll make sure that we don't have you muted on our end. And we're all going to count to 3 and then say library as loud as we can, okay? Are you guys ready? I'm ready. 1, 2, 3. Library! All right. Good job, guys. Thank you for joining us today. And we hope to see you not next week, but the next week.
Bye.